I'm
And
getting
it's
my
going live.
hi. Welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 427. It is a snowy and cold day in Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah, and I left my computer at work, so I I'm gonna have to brave the elements when I go home today.
Yeah, it sounded like a lot of it was going to be was going to be starting right now, right? Not right now. Oop.
Well, I have meetings until noon, so I'm
Okay.
probably gonna be here until the mix of it. But um,
Wow.
yeah. Anyway, lots of exciting stuff. We got some logos and things out there for our year-long KALs. If you haven't signed up yet, please do. There is a sign up link out there and on the dashboard, as
Mhm.
well as again, if you go to stockinettzombies.com, we have craft alongs button, and then from there you'll see them. And there's a sign up link. We're trying to do this newsletter style, so we want to get everybody involved with regular updates. I plan to send out one later today or tomorrow to introduce everybody and to the KEL and get us rocking and rolling.
Yeah, got some prizes that you're going to show off.
Yes, I have pictures of prizes that will be in that email as well. We have Le Bon Ami, uh, a shawl duo that we will have in the first quarter, as well as a cord smith. And if you thought the new logos were cute, we're going to have some logo shop stuff. So you can order a cute logo bag or something, t-shirt, whatever you want.
Yeah,
Well, not whatever
absolutely.
you want, but whatever's available.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen them, I guess I'm excited about them. I kind of had a we had been talking in our weekly chats about going being monogamous and polygamous, and so we
Mhm.
thought the spirit animals of those or the physical representation of those would be a moose for monogamous, and
Moose.
a platypus for the polygamous, polypus. I don't say it very well, but but it's not my animal. So and then also on that logo we have the stashing squirrel, which that's kind of a hobby in and of itself as well, right? Like maybe you're not knitting on multiple projects, maybe you're not knitting exclusively on one, but I bet you might be stashing.
Yep.
And then yeah, along that same theme, self-stripers, like the OG
Yep.
original self-stripers are animals that striped, right? So this year it's zebras. Zebras are the OG self-stripers. And so yeah, really excited about that. Very similar rules on the self-striping. You can get caught up.
Mhm.
Um, I think we had a question that I haven't answered out there about whether or not a hoe counts, a single sock counts, and yep, because that meets the yardage requirements that we set forth. If it's 200 yards, I believe.
Mm,
And so yeah, super excited about all of the craft alongs kicking off again and continuing the fun on some of them, and then doing something a little different with the year long explorers. So
absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited. I have knit something for my neck already and have it entered and checked off. I am working really hard to get my self striper done, but I have become full, what is it? Platypus poly. Sorry, I don't know how to
yeah,
say it. I need a
yes,
professional to teach me.
do.
But I am knitting all the things. I have cast on a plethora. I basically had two sock projects at the end of 2024, and I am still diligently working on one of those to complete it. The other one's going into the, retire or what do you call that? It's snoozing, it's sleeping. We're letting it pause. But the
Mhm.
rest of it, just everything's jumping on the needles. I can't, there's no project I don't want to work on right now.
We are so, yeah, it's so interesting because I've gone into full. monogamous mode. So yeah, the polypus, I believe, is
Oh,
what
polypus. Okay.
polypus. Kind of sounds like an octopus. So you could imagine an octopus or a
Oh,
platypus. But
ideas
yeah,
for next year.
exactly.
Need a new
Exactly.
mascot.
Yes, love our mascots. But yes, I'm the exact opposite. I'm like starting a sock, finishing a sock, like not casting anything on. I'm telling myself that this weekend I'll show my needle adjacent because otherwise I'll be the most boring podcaster in the history of the world.
I got more than enough for you.
I
I
know you
really
got
do.
me covered. You got me covered. But yeah, Saturday, so tomorrow, the 13th, we are getting together. If you have an outstanding question and haven't put it into Discord or sent it our way, please jump on and let us know. And yeah, you will be sharing your plans or whips or questions. And yeah, I feel like it's a really great way to kick off KALs or craft alongs, as well as get excited about other people's projects as well. So if you're looking for some inspiration, but
Yeah.
Amy's going to get us inspired. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to start with the socks. This is the project from 2023 that's getting finished. This is my Advent sock. This is the second one. It's past the heel. I've only got like four more stripes and then I'm on to the ribbing and it's zoom zoom done. So this is my travel project right now. I'm only working on it on the road, as it were. But it's progressing really quickly because I think that I started the year right at around the heel and haven't been doing a whole lot of traveling. So in the new year, so it's going good. But beautiful yarn from Kirby Werby.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, for the self striper, let's go with that. I got this hardcore. I believe this might be the Targi base or the sock base. I'm gonna have to double check. It's probably 716 sock. But I don't know the colorway. I apologize. I'm a terrible hostess, but it's this beautiful, like blaze orange, with gray, and then there's like a darker gray micro stripe in between.
Mm-hmm.
My foot is a little too big to have them meet, but it's adorable and it's working up really quickly because, like you said, I'm making progress on each of these socks, right? Like I started
Yeah.
this on New Year's Day. And so that's what that sock. It'll just be an OMG heel, simple, simple. But bonus,
Yes.
bonus, bonus. Gotta get all the bonuses.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I last minute threw my hat in the ring for a Kirsten Knits test knit for the
Ooh.
Garter Socks. So I've got the first repeat of the pattern done
Ooh.
on my sock. And I need to get one of these done by the end of the month. So I am also spending some time accomplishing that.
What's the yarn? It's pretty. I like the
This,
green.
yes, this is from, it's very fun yarn, but I believe it was a show colorway or one of the show
Oh,
colorways a couple years back.
very
Um,
fun.
yeah, real pretty. I
Mm-hmm.
think I don't know if it was the year that it was the roller coasters or was it the year before?
Have we ever had roller? Oh, you mean the like carnival?
Yes, some people had there was either food or rides, right?
Yep.
And I wasn't sure. I know that the rides one looked more sparkly or speckly, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe this is from that year. It was the opposite side of that team, but I can't
Got it.
remember. The name would give it away. That's why I'm struggling. But yes, very fun, tough sock.
Team Ride or
Um,
Die or Team Corny?
yes, so it was probably a Team Corny colorway, but I'm
Okay.
not 100% sure. No, it was dragons. Never mind.
Dragons. We have way too many mascots and logos.
Right. No, this is 2020. This is dragons.
Got
So
it.
like
Our
dragon
magical
scales.
year.
Yes, our magical year. So something about it, I was looking at the colors and I was like, oh, it's dragons.
Mhm.
So
Excellent.
um the colorway came through and said, I'm dragons, gosh darn it.
I'm not corny.
I'm not food, I'm dragons. So that is my third sock here. I only brought one more project because I actually did finish one last night. With whips coming up
Ooh.
today, I'm like, why did I finish one? I could have talked about it, but I have the Traveler.
Ooh. With your Lata.
Yes, with my Lotta. This is the teal colorway. And yeah, I think I mean it's a little greener in person, but it's still this deep, beautiful color. So,
Hmm.
and I don't know, I don't have much to say about it. I did do the what do you call that? Turkish cast on?
The fancy, the
Yeah,
the fancy.
the fancy futzy cast on. I thought that the directions that were provided
Tubular?
in the
Is it
link were
tubular?
good. Tubular, thank you.
Yeah, she loves herself a tubular cast on.
Right,
That.
right. I should have known, right? Um, and then I was laughing at a meme the other day that said, if you're new to crafting, the thing you have to, or the thing you're going to realize, I don't remember what number one was. Number two was that you're going to think patterns are expensive and you're wrong. You're wrong, I'm wrong, we're all wrong. They're
Yeah,
not charging enough money. And then the third one was you don't know how to count, or you think you know how to count.
yeah.
And I had to throw in a comment that my current project has adjustments in it because of bad counting. Because I'm not going to restart a tubular cast on
Yeah.
bad counting. I'm not. So adjustments were made in the
Hmm.
first few rows to take away 2 stitches.
Yeah. That I think that in and of itself encompasses why bottom up items just are not my jam, right? Like right
Right.
now I'm like on repeat with socks because Judy's Magic cast on 8 stitches per needle, so 16 stitches, and then they grow. And I can count to 8 per needle.
Right. Yeah. I start
Yeah.
with 12, but yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so pretty though. And that's going to be such a lovely garment. That Lotta is fabulous.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna actually be or accidental twinning with somebody else. They're knitting this sweater in the exact same yarn. So
That's
I think I
fun.
saw it on our feed. Can't remember who it is right now, but I did see this color growing in a sweater, and I was like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
we
Excellent.
great minds think alike. And then speaking
Yeah.
of Lotta, I just had to share these beautiful needle adjacent yarns that I got.
Ooh, look at those.
Yeah. So Queen City Yarns is doing a year-long knit along as well, and January is color work and focusing on Lotta. Um, and again, I really love the base, so I didn't have a problem popping in, and I actually had a gift card, so I only paid for part of one of these. The rest were um, you know bought at an earlier time or what.
Mhm.
I had a gift card, so
So
yeah,
pretty.
yeah,
That's
so
going to be
pretty.
stunning.
I think I'm gonna you got me the doodle flowers or botanicals or whatever. It has a lot of beautiful flowers. I was thinking of making one of those out of this. Right now, I'm just trying to debate if I have enough yarn or yardage because the doodle cards don't tell you the yardage for what you need.
Yeah.
So, if I have enough yardage to make one versus the other style, so one's an infinity loop or just a straight cowl. I made a straight cowl. It was very quick, and I'd like to do that. But at the same time, I wear the infinities more.
Yeah.
So, even if they're not double looped, I wear them more. I don't know why. I maybe it's just that they're reversible. You can't put them on wrong.
Hmm.
That I like them. I'm not sure, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
So,
would think with that you would be able to get a pretty decent. I mean, I know that again that it's like quadruple or double thick, right? But I would
right.
think with like that amount of yardage, you'd be able to get a pretty decent loop.
The only thing that I'm worried about is that I bought these to do this is the main background and these two
Got
as
it.
the so like if I don't know that these bottom two pair well enough for
Mm,
color work. They're too similar.
got
Uh,
it.
I mean, right now they're not necessarily looking too similar, but we if we flashed this black and white, I think that they would be very close to each other. And
Yeah.
also like the bright yellow versus the bright, bright on bright might
Hmm.
also just be like, it's just one big bright blob, and you won't
Yeah.
see the work that went into the colors changing. But there are other options. I could throw additional stripes in there of the two colors or something to elongate and just make that part of the patterning.
Hmm.
But again, decisions. That's
Yeah,
kind
I've
of why
seen a lot of
it,
cowls like that recently, actually, like that there's color work on one end and then like it finishes out in stripes or like there's very distinct portions of it, right? And that works
Mhm,
because you're not really seeing it all as one big, when it's around your neck, you're seeing
right.
flashes of parts of it anyway. Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, I picked out at least 6 cards that I really liked and wanted to work on from the Doodle deck. So I'm gonna see about planning those 6 cards. And again, that's why it's needle adjacent because I'm still in the
Yeah.
planning phases. But yeah, really excited about all of this. And I'm pretty sure that's all I have. Another needle adjacent project that I didn't bring the yarn for is the a shoulder season because it's garter and beautiful. And I have that GG Express yarn with the orange minis that would be perfect, perfect, perfect for that project. So
Yeah.
that is what I'm thinking of doing. It gets double bonus if I have to wait to cast it on. So I'm still debating, but to get triple bonus would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have definitely been going all in on the bonuses as well. This is my third pair of socks this year that have garter. So I've got a hoe here that I'm going to put on my sock blocker. But this is Diane's. I decided I was kind of hoarding my Fade Club. And when I bought it, I told myself it would be great if like I really loved the fades and I could keep it together, but there would be also really great mixers, right?
Mhm.
Or things that I could add. And then I started kind of hermetically like, no, this is a fade. I'm gonna keep it all together. And so I'm like, nope, I'm gonna bite the bullet. So this was like, I think I was talking to her on Zoom. I think this was like in the first 6 months, maybe Dark Woods.
Beautiful.
So it's a very pretty, like there's pops of green and purple, and you can see, some of the like darker pops as well, like darker purple, lighter purple. It's just really
Is that
pretty.
community?
Yes, this is expanding community. And yeah, it's just a really addictive little, like,
I
a
agree.
little something's happening every couple of rows. There's a plain stockinette row, there's the garter, except for the things that are traveling out. So yeah, I've
I've
been
definitely knit I've definitely knit more than one pair. It
yeah,
was
I'm
good.
enjoying it. It's been a while since I knit socks. Like I was so, I was muscle burrow. And I guess I've just like the smaller circumference, right? It's not 128 stitches or whatever I was at no, 112 stitches. I mean, at the end, it ends up being a pretty similar amount of yarn, but there's just something very powerful about like, bam, this is an object, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I've been enjoying them. I do have a lot of needle adjacent projects that are mostly sweaters, right? That I've been planning, like meticulously planning. I am purposely, and then I think there are some people that were not purposely making the fall frolic. So I'm purposely twinning with many people. We aren't waiting to twin. We're using the Yarnaceous colorway from
Ooh.
last year. Yeah. And then I have some woolens and nosh. You may recognize
Oh.
this from the sweater, the colorwork sweater that I made, but this is going to be the pop of color up at the yoke, and this is the mane. So this is going to go on the needles here pretty soon. Again, it kind of it's still monogamous mode in my mind, because the socks are more of a like on the go
Mhm.
project, and you're not going to be carrying around that sweater everywhere you go. That said, again, not really going a lot of places. So I think that's where like the rule follower, or not rule follower, but monogamous in my head is like, well, but I'm not really going to be working on the socks then, because I don't really go a ton of places. But it's good Zoom knitting. Socks are, as well as, yeah, when you've got a few seconds to spare versus, like you said, counting or figuring
Mhm.
out where you are in the patterning. So yeah, and then I've been looking at the Paul Klee sweater because Maryland quilter Beth has been making one with minis that she has. I have a lot of minis that I have not
Mhm.
used. That would be great for those. So like last night, my like happy place before trying to shut my brain down before bed, I was looking at the Paul Klee sweaters that people have made. Um, yeah, lots of needle adjacent, like in my mind. Like this
Mhm.
is the closest to needle adjacent, because it's actually like I even know what size needles I'm going to use. I just haven't cast it on counting, yo.
I was gonna say my needles were in that bag too with the yarn.
Exactly.
It's like
Literally needle adjacent, not
it's
just
very needle
figuratively.
adjacent. Yes.
So yeah, again, we hope that crafting is bringing you joy. It obviously is bringing us as well. Please join in our craft alongs, and thanks for joining us.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, Uta.